How's she going, eh? Got all these slugs ready to go. I'll probably pop them in tomorrow. I cleaned them as best I could out in the garage, and then I took them in the house and I ran them in the dishwasher. I put some aluminum wheel cleaner on them first for a bit, and yeah, that stuff foams up because yeah, the seal in the old dishwasher doesn't seal to that shit. But yeah, before I go on too far here, I'd like to give a shout out. There's a guy, he just started a channel. His channel's called The Rust Farm, and he's a pretty wicked guy. I don't know where he's from. Alberta for sure. I think he's from the Ukrainian part of Alberta. I think he's by Vilna or something. I'm just guessing. I can just kind of tell by the way it looks. I'd say he's in Vilna, somewhere like that. Andrew Vilna, somewhere like that. But no, he's got an old wrecker he uses, and he feeds her the RPMs, that's for sure. And he's got a bunch of old Dodge trucks, like a whole fleet of them, and he's got power wagons, and some have big blocks, and he's doing all sorts of cool stuff, swapping this and swapping that, and he's using his gin poles to move cabs from one chassis to the other. And yeah, my hat's off to him. He gets her done, that's for sure. And it's nice to see another guy from my parts. So anyhow, yeah, so back to these Pistons. I got them all cleaned up, good enough for me, good enough for Mike. It came out pretty good. I put all the rings on. They went on lickety split. Hopefully these Pistons hold a 200 shot. We're gonna have to be very cautious with our tune. But these rods, they're stout little bastards. They're good little rods. They seem like it. So I'll pop one in tomorrow. Check it with a plastic gauge. I'm sure it'll be just a blonde cunt hair on the loose side, like the crank was, which is absolutely perfect. But yeah, I'll pop them in tomorrow. I've got to cut some hose. I always put a hose over top of the studs just because you don't want it smashed into your crank or anything else. But no, they cleaned up well. Rings were all file fit before, and I didn't screw that up, and the oil rings went on well, and I put the peaks to the top. So yeah, went good. But I'll go back to the short block here for a second, or the block I should say. Alright, you guys haven't seen this pretty thing in a while. But yeah, she's all full of mud. Turned out awesome. Cam bearings are in. Cranks in. And I think it was 32 10,000s is what the clearance was on the mains. And it has STP on the bearings right now, but it just turns effortlessly. So beautiful, almost the way the wrench will turn it. So like it's like nothing there. So yeah, pretty happy with that. Pretty happy how everything's gone so far on this thing. It hasn't fought me yet. Me and my buddy are gonna document every run we do on this car, and we're gonna show you the time slips, and we're not gonna make excuses for 500 horsepower cars running 9 seconds in the 8th mile and claim it's capable of 740s, because we aren't like that. We like to keep it real around here. But I'd say first run off the trailer, I'm guessing he's going to do like a 770, 780 on gas, on pump gas only. And we'll start spraying it right away. But that's my guess. I still say this motor is going to be every bit of 4 1/4 horse. It's, you know, it's got, I think the cam lift is going to be about 575. And it's got a fair amount of cam. It's on a 109. I really like a 109. It's got those aluminum heads I've showed before. It's about 9.5 to 1 compression. It's going to have headers. They're just to fit the Studebaker chassis. Unfortunately, they're only a 2.5 inch collector, and they're like a block hugger. But beggars can't be choosers when you're working with not real mainstream stuff like a Studebaker Lark. The intake he has, very much choice for it either because it's got magnum heads. But the intake he has is Performer RPM, and I believe it's an air gap, so I'll cut the divider down a bit. It's going to have a 1-inch spacer. I'll probably dimple the floor a little bit, do what I can to it. It'll have a 750 double pumper on it. It'll have a more than adequate ignition. So like I say, I still think it'll make 4.25 horse. So it'll have a 727, and it's going to have a 3000 Hughes converter, heavy duty Sprague one, and with a manual valve body. And the rear diff is Dana 44 that's spooled up, and it has 373s, and I'll have a 26-inch tall tire on it, cheater slick. And yeah, I just like to see what people think it'll run. Like I say, I think 8th mile 770, 780, quarter mile 12 flat, maybe to 12.2 first run off the trailer, but I think we'll get some more out of it. The car is going to weigh, with Mike in it, let's say 2,900 pounds with Mike in it. So yeah, let me know what you think that combination will run, but that's what I'm betting on. And we're definitely going to show what it runs, and we're not going to make excuses for years and years and years on end. Alright guys, keep on keeping on, and check out the Russ Farms channel. He's got some stuff I'm into anyhow. I'd like to wrench with him one day. He does things my style. I like it a lot. So anyhow, give him a sub if you can, or at least check him out. And yeah, especially if you're into old Dodge trucks, because he's got enough of them, and they're quite rare. Like, you don't see many, late 60s power wagons and stuff, and he's got a whole bunch of them, and he drags them home with, I think it's a 68 1-ton cabin chassis truck with a pretty cool deck on it. It's got gin pulls on it and a tow truck bar on the back. So anyhow, have a good one till next time.